Hey guys, today we are going to be pulling out those Cricut machines that you got for Christmas, and we are going to be cutting and printing out a waterfall greeting card. Now I'm going to be using for this particular project, you're going to need at least one sheet of 12 by 12 Valentine cardstock. Now you can actually, purchase these, or you can print out a pattern, you know, but whatever works for you. If you have a large format printer that you can print up to a 13 by 19, then you can print out your own 12 by 12 pattern using your inkjet printer. But I got this particular set at Michael's, and it was like $10. All right, so I'm going to be using one 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, which is going to be this one. I thought that one was really pretty. So I'm going to use one 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, and then I'm going to use 5 pieces of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. All right, and then you're going to need access to an inkjet printer and some double-sided tape. And that's pretty, and just, your Cricut machine to cut everything out for you. Okay, so I'm going to show you this Valentine's greeting waterfall card, and this is what we're going to be making. All right, so this is our card, and you can see that this is one of the 8.5 by 11s, and it actually came out of that same pack. All right, so you can open up the card here, and you can write something in the middle, but this is how the card is going to look. So you're going to pull this string here, and when you pull the string, it's going to show each one of the little greetings. Okay, and then you just push this back up like that, and it closes it back up for you. Okay, all right, so again, you pull it, and it shows each little greeting, and then you push it back up. All right, so for those of you, like I said, that have those Cricut machines still in the box, pull it out, get you one 12 by 12 piece of Valentine cardstock and 5 other pieces of cardstock. It can be Valentine print, it can be solid colors. It's up to you. I use some solid colors because the back of these is solid colors. I also use some white, and then the back of the white is a solid color. So, all right, let's get started.
Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. All right, guys, today we're going to be inside of Cricut Design Space, and we're going to be creating a Valentine's Day greeting card using a template that's already made in Cricut Design Space. So the first thing you're going to do after you log in, you're going to go ahead and click on New Project. And after you click on New Project, you're going to go over to the left side and click on Projects. And when you click on Projects, you got a search field, and then you have a drop down area for all projects. So we're going to click on the drop down arrow, and we're going to select Greeting. Or did I pass it? Let's see if I passed it. Cricut cards. Cards is what we're going to select. Cards. And it starts out pretty much with the Valentine information. It looks like it's kind of pulling from the current or next holiday, so to speak. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and type in Valentines, and we're going to be looking for a waterfall greeting card, which is this one right here. All right. So this is the Valentine's Day waterfall card. Um, let's see. I'm gonna add this to my collection of cards. Let's see, I want to call it like 3D art. All right, so we're going to be doing the Valentine's Day waterfall card, and this is what it looks like. So we're going to click on it. Now, when you click on it, it's going to give you the name of the project. It's going to give you a description. It's also going to walk through how to assemble it. And then there's also some blog information out here. There's a YouTube video for the person that actually put this template together. And then they give you information about what's needed for your project. And so it goes through all the different components. Here, you got your shapes that you're going to need. And we are going to take a look at the edit a copy. Now, if you want to make yours exactly how they made theirs, you would just click on make it. All right. But if you want to edit it and potentially add something different, then you'll click on edit a copy. So we're going to click on edit a copy. And when we click on edit a copy, it brings all the components for this particular card in, everything, wherever there's a score, it's already scored. It's showing you where everything should already be cut, all the different pieces that you need. So you would leave this like this if this is how you wanted to print yours. If not, then what you want to do is make your changes, right? So I want to change out these little components right here. I don't want to use those. True Love and the Valentine and all that. I don't want to use that. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm showing that these are 1.871 by 1.871, and it looks like each one of them is that size, and they are print then cut. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be using, guys, I logged into Creative Fabrica, and I'm going to be using this Valentine's Day SVG bundle. I will link this file if you want to use it. So I'm going to click on download, and I'm going to pick 4 of these to put on my waterfall card. So I'm going to go here to my download, and I'm going to click on that file, and I'm going to extract it. And I'm just going to extract it into this same folder. All right, now that I have that done, I'm going to go back over to Cricut, and I'm going to click on Upload, and I'm going to click on Upload Image, Browse, and Downloads. We're going to change this to all files, and we're going to come down to that Valentine SVG bundle here, and we're going to open it up. Now we're going to right click and select View Extra Large Icons, and that'll kind of give us an idea of what we got. So we got, yep, still single, not Cupid, thick thighs, Valentine vibes, like that one. I'm going to right click and view that file. Thick thighs, Valentine vibes. I like that. I like that one. I like that one. So we're going to take that one. We're going to click on Open. And we're going to take that and we're just going to click on Continue. And apply and continue. And we just want a flat graphic. We don't need all this extra stuff. We're going to click on continue and upload. All right, so we're going to make this smaller. So let's see. They are 1.871 by 1.871. So I'm going to click on that saying. I'm going to unlock the proportions here by clicking that lock one time. And I think it was 1.871 by 1.871. I think that's what it was. All right, so we're going to take that and we're going to get rid of that one. We're just going to put that on there like that. So that's one of them that we're going to use. Let's go back and grab another one. Upload, browse, and we're going to go back to the Valentine SVG bundle. And let's see. All of me loves all of you. Let's try that one. I'm going to view the file. All right, we're going to take that one. And again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click on continue, apply and continue in the bottom right corner. And we're going to choose this flat graphic and continue. We're going to go ahead and upload it. And again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click on that image, which is here. Unlock the proportions here in the menu. And we're going to type 1.871 by 1.871. All right. So that's going to be our next one. We're going to delete out that one and we're going to replace it with this one. Okay. You don't have to worry about how these are centered on here, guys, because these are going to be sent to the printer to print out and then Cricut will cut them out. Okay. So they don't have to be centered on here, perfectly. They're going to be centered when you put all this together. Now we're going to get two more. We're going to go back to upload, back to that same file. And we're going to go back to this Valentine's SVG bundle 6. And let's go with, I like this I'm yours, no refund, but it looks like it's spelled wrong. Or either they labeled the title wrong. I'm your no refunds. Yeah, it should be I'm yours, no refunds. So we're not going to use that one. Let's go. A true love story never ends. I think I like that. Okay, we're going to choose that one. And then after this one, we'll choose one more. And we will be done. Done, done, done. Apply and continue. And choose the flat graphic on the far right and continue. And then you're going to go ahead and click on upload. And again, when the image comes in, we're going to change the proportions to 1.871. Tab over 1.871 and tab. All right, so now we have 3 replacements. We're going to do one more, which is this Be My Valentine. So we're going to upload, browse, and we're going to go back. Let's see. All of me loves all of you. Oh, I chose that one already. Be My Valentine. That one's cute. I like that one. We'll keep it simple. All right, so we're going to click on continue and apply and continue. Now, and flat graphic and continue and then upload. You can do photos with this, guys. It does not have to be, um, words. It can be any graphic file that you want to use. All right, so we're going to unlock the proportions and we're going to type in our 1.871 by 1.871. Lock that back. We're going to bring that over. So now I'm going to leave everything else the same. The reason I say that is it doesn't matter what color this is because it only matters what color cardstock you put in your Cricut for it to cut it out. So don't pay attention to these colors. The only true colors that you're going to get are going to be these right here that's going to print out. Those are going to print in those colors, okay? But these other colors are not going to play a part in what we're doing here. They're only serving as a template. The color depends on what color cardstock you put in your Cricut Design Space, okay? All right, now that we have that done, we have all of our wording taken care of. We're going to click on Make, and I'm going to save this project. Thought I already did, but we'll just say copy of the Valentine's card. All right, now that we have it saved, it's going to go in and it's going to show us what's what, okay? So like this very first one is going to be a print then cut. It has it on a material size of 11 by 17, and I wanna change that. Uh, Hold on, y'all. Why is it giving me 11 by 17s? These don't need to be on that big of a paper. I guess because of this size here. Okay. So what we see here is we have our print then cut. So these are going to be sent to the printer. And then in the end, Cricut will cut them out for us. Then we have uh, one piece of cardstock right here. You can put whatever color you choose to. Then you also have a second piece of cardstock here. Again, you choose whatever you want to. Now, if you're new to Cricut and you're wondering, well, if that's just two pieces of cardstock, why didn't they put them next to each other? It represents the color. So this one will be, let's say, white. If you had black in color here, it would be on a black card would print there, or not print, but cut. And if this one was green, then this one would be green. Only way that they'll show up on the same mat is if they're the same color, meaning the cardstock. So that's another piece of cardstock. And then these are all the little components. So that's another piece of cardstock. And then this one is going to be your scoring. So your piece of cardstock that requires scoring for you to fold it easily. And then there's a little cut right there. And then so technically, with the 12 by 24 size mat for that one, it's looking like you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 pieces of cardstock. Okay, 5 pieces of cardstock, and one of those pieces of cardstock is going to go in your printer. Everything else is going to be a basic cut. All right. You just want to make sure when you lay your cardstock down that you have enough cardstock. I'm going to be using 12 by 12s, but you want to make sure that you have enough cardstock here. Okay. So let's see here if this thing will let me choose a 12 by 12 for that. And it will. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to change it to a 12 by 12 because we don't need a 12 by 24 for that. Same thing here. I'm going to choose 12 by 12. And this one, 12 by 12. So I changed them all to my normal 12 by 12 size mat. And I don't know, I guess this one is because it's printing larger. I could have moved these around though and got these to do what I need them to do. Let me see if I move them down like this. If it will allow me. It might still not allow me, but we're going to see. Material size. Let's say 8.5 by 11. All right. So we're going to have one piece of cardstock that's 8.5 by 11. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 additional pieces of cardstock. So technically you need 5 pieces of cardstock, 1 white, and then whatever color you want everything else to be. Okay. So guys, without further ado, I know that was a lot, but this is going to be so worth it. Okay. So when ready, all you do is just click on continue, and I'm going to put a piece of white cardstock in my printer so that it can print out our little words. I know my Cricut was plugged up now. What is going on? Yep, it is going out. I don't know why I was doing that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to send this one right here. We're going to send it to the printer. So we're going to say send to printer. And these are the sensor marks. So when it prints, you want to make sure these sensor marks are showing up. If they're not, then that means that Cricut won't be able to recognize where to place your cuts. Okay, so that's basically what that is showing you. And you want to make sure you put your paper in the portrait position when you put it into your printer. We're going to click on next, and this is where we're going to now select our printer for 8.5 by 11. We're using the 7740. We only want 1 copy. I'm going to say remove the bleed, and I'm going to be using the system dialog. I'm going to click on print, and we are doing 7740, which is here. We're going to go to preferences. We got this in the portrait position like we should. We're going to change the paper quality and everything to main tray, plain paper. We want the best print, and I think everything else is good. So letter size paper, yeah, everything is good. All right. So now that we got that, we're going to hit OK, and then I'm going to put a 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, white cardstock, in my printer and have Cricut to print that out. Okay. So give me 1 second. All right, guys, here we are at the inkjet printer. We're going to go ahead and load our 8.5 by 11 white cardstock. You can use whatever color cardstock, however you want to make your card. Feel free. After this prints out, everything else will be cut only. Cut and score. That's it. Alright, so here you can see our print part is done. You have the black registration marks, 1 in each corner. And Cricut has to see those. If it can't see those registration marks, it does not know where to place your cuts. So you always want to make sure that your inkjet printer is printing out dark. If for whatever reason it prints out and it doesn't show the registration marks very dark, they look very faint and Cricut can't read them, just use a permanent black marker and a ruler to place emphasis on them, and then Cricut will recognize them and cut it out. All right, so now we're going to go over to my Cricut Maker and have Cricut to cut this out. All right, guys, so I've placed it onto my 12 by 12 cutting mat, and now we're going to place it into the Cricut Maker, and I'm going to go back over and let Cricut know that we are ready for the cutting portion.
So once you print this out, guys, before you can move to this step, you have to tell Cricut what type of cutting material it is. So I just went back and selected heavy cardstock, and now you can see here I have my Cricut is flashing to let me know that it is ready for me to insert my material. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put that in. And you're gonna notice that it's going to start looking for the registration marks before it starts to cut. So it's looking for those black marks, one in each corner. Now it's going to go back up to the top and it's going to get ready to start cutting. So this part is done. So we're going to go ahead and release. And so now we have all of our little pieces cut out with our words on it. We're going to move on to the next piece, and Cricut will automatically on the screen, it will automatically go to what should come up next. All right, so I'm going to grab my cardstock and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I want to show you now is that Cricut will go to the next thing that it's going to cut out. And it's showing you that it's going to cut out a piece of white cardstock. All right. Now, if you don't want yours to be white, that's perfectly fine. You use whatever color you want to use. So for me, I'm just going to use a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to place it on this 12 by 12, that 12 by 12 mat that we were just using. All right. So that's what's going to go. After everything cuts, it will automatically go to the next thing. So, you know, you can use whatever color cardstock that you want to use. Now for the two that are kind of colorful, I'm going to be placing those on 12 by 12. And I bought this Valentine's greeting cardstock from Michael's. And I'm going to show it to you guys. Give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, guys. So this is what I'm going to be using. And I got this from Michael's. And it was on sale for 40% off. So, I thought it was really pretty, guys. So those are all the different cardstocks that we're going to have in here. So I'm going to try to flip through it so you can see it. So you can see some of them. And this is a Valentine's edition. Okay. So just to show you that, I think I'm going to use this right here for my colorful portion of it. And then I'm going to use just the white cardstock for this next part. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and right here. This one right here, I'm just going to put in a piece of white cardstock. So Cricut is already ready. You don't have to click anything here. You just go ahead and put the white cardstock in and let Cricut cut it out. All right, so that's what we're going to do next. All right, guys, this piece now that we're putting in, this is going to be the white piece that goes on the inside. So like if you wanted to write something inside of your card, this is going to be that white piece that goes in the middle. So this is what I love about Cricut Design Space, is because it does all the heavy lifting for you. And what I mean by that is all the cutting. I don't have to worry about are my lines straight and all that good stuff, because Cricut is going to take care of that for me. Alright, that one is done. Now this next one is going to be for the decorative piece that's going to be on the front of your greeting card. So let me grab that and hold on one second. All right, this is going to be the front part of the greeting card. And for this one, you could also use 8.5 by 11. I just don't have any 8.5 by 11 that has a pretty print on it. You could also print out your own pattern and use it. Alright guys, so this is for the next cut. For this one, I'm using 8.5 by 11. This is what those little phrases that I had printed out, they're going to be sitting on top of this. So this is going to be like the background. So again, I'm going to be using 8.5 by 11, and I have it going in the portrait position, guys. Not in the portrait, in the landscape position. I looked at that, I'm like, that's not portrait, Doris. But you're making sure that all of the cardstock you're using, it's going to have enough real estate to cover whatever area is being cut. So really, technically, you only need one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. All the rest you can get away with 8.5 by 11. Now the last one, again, we're going to use 12 by 12 size cardstock, but we're also going to have to use our scoring tool. So you'll also need a scoring tool for this next part. So you can see it's cutting now out those little, these are the little pieces that your white phrases will be sitting on top of. These little, you see if I can get my hand in there, these little pieces right here, okay? And it looks orange, but it's red. All right, let's get set up for our 12 by 12. All right, guys, for this next part, I'm going to use this right here. I think it's really pretty. And you're also going to need either the single or double scoring tool, or you can use the Cricut scoring pen. All right, so when you put your paper in, Cricut will let you know which tool needs to be in clamp B. All right, so you see it stopped and it's not doing anything. That's because it's ready to score. So you need to remove the regular cutting blade, and put in your scoring. Now, I'm going to tell it which one I'm using. All right, so I'm going to unload my mat so I can change it and tell it that I'm using the single scoring wheel and not the double. So I'm going to place that in. Unlock that in place, and now I'm going to let Cricut know that I'm using the single scoring wheel. All right, so now we're going to reload our mat. So if you're not using the proper cutting tool, Cricut will not proceed. So you see it's getting ready to do what it needs to do now, because I've told it that we're using the single scoring wheel. Oh, come on. I know that's the right one, y'all. Hold on. And make sure I don't have another tool down in here. All right. Now hold on a second. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to use my scoring pen, instead, which goes in clamp A, and then we're gonna put the fine point blade back in clamp B. And I'm gonna reload. Now watch, when I finish this tutorial, I'm gonna find my single scoring. Pulled up and pushed it up, y'all, and have it pushed all the way down in. Hard to tell if it did my thing like it's supposed to because of the ridges in the cardstock. So now it's doing the remainder of the cut, and then it'll be done. This is going to be on the very outside of the greeting card, where everything else is going to be sitting on top of this. Alright, so we're done. And I'm just going to pull it up and see if I can feel those ridges in there. And I can, so it did do everything I needed to do. All right, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna start putting our card together. All right, so this is also double-sided. So I'm going to be cutting these to fit on here. So with your little waterfall, you want to take and put this little strip right here, and you want to come up about an inch or so, a little bit better than an inch, and you're going to be gluing this across the front of the card. Okay, you're going to glue this across the front of the card. So for this, I'm going to use this because it's a little bit stronger. And so what I'm going to do, or attempt to do here, as y'all can see, is I'm going to put it on, and then I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it. Y'all, come on now. Stop acting up in front of company. All right, just like that. And we're going to put 2 strips on each side. Y'all, my hand, I'm telling y'all, I used to have the straightest, but not no more. All right, maybe I should just cut it. How about that? All right, so we're going to put 2 pieces on each end. Come on, thing. All right. So we got 2 over there. We're going to put 2 on the other side, and then that's going to go on the front of our card. Let me see where I stopped at, right there. All right. And I'm just going to cut 2 little strips. And they're going to go on the very end here. And I didn't do a very good job, y'all. I didn't do a very good job. All right, so what I'm going to do is clean this up because we don't want it looking tacky. That's the last thing we want, is for it to look tacky. So I'm going to cut off that excess. And I'm in love with this card already. I don't know if y'all know it. But then we're going to take off the little white part on the top so that it will stick. So we're going to take that off. Just pulling up that white top to where the adhesive stays down. I don't know if y'all know it, but crafting is just like therapy for me. I love crafting. All right, so now we're gonna take and we're gonna place this down. Like I said, you're gonna come up maybe about an inch. And if you have any of that adhesive sticking up, just kind of push it back down. I'm gonna go about right there. All right. So that's what it's looking like right now. And I love it. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead because something tells me to go ahead and put this in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there using the little double-sided tape here. I'm going to go ahead and get that on the inside. So all I have to do is the waterfall. this is the one I didn't get as centered as I would like it, but you know, it's okay. All right, so that's the inside of the card. All right, so now all we have to do is put together our waterfall. Now again, when you put this strip right here, you're just gonna put 2 pieces of that double-sided adhesive, 2 on each side. You're not gonna put it in the middle here. All right, nothing goes in the middle, no adhesive, because that's where your waterfall is gonna come through. So we're gonna go ahead and get this folded. Got some glue on my hand. We're gonna go ahead and get this little cascade going on here. And make sure I can see where my folds are, because that's very important. If your folds are not right, then your waterfall is not gonna cascade correctly. And y'all know that my thing started acting up. My scoring started acting up. But I think it's right there. I think. Y'all, I hope that's right. All right. So, and then you're going to punch out that little hole that's at the tip of this thing. Because you can put some ribbon or something. I got some ribbon, but I think my ribbon is going to be too thick. All right, so this will go in just like this. Let's see. Make sure I got it right, y'all. Okay, it's going to go in like this. Nope. I had it right the first time, I think. All right, let me make sure. I know that the sentiment is going to go right there. This is going to be, and you have to get it lined up properly, because this is going to be starting out the waterfall. So this will be the first sentiment that they see. And then as they pull this, the sentiments will, you know, go around. You'll see it here in just a moment. I'm trying to decide which one I want to put on there first. A true love story. Yeah, I'm going to do a true love story first. All right. Let me get this glue off my hand, y'all. Hold on. All right, guys. We're going to get our true love story on. So again, we're just going to put that double-sided. Just wash my hands to get the glue off, and now I'm getting this double-sided stuff back on. All right, so we're going to put this on the very bottom, whichever one you want to show first, you're going to put on the very bottom, just like that. And then you're going to take the remaining 3. So you have 1, 2, and 3. All right, you're going to take these 3, and you're just going to put a strip at the top, and then you're going to put your sentiment on top of it, just like that. So they'll fall, each one will fall like that. All right, so let's get those glued on. And again, we're just going to put 2 little strips at the very top. All right, so we got a true love story. Let's go with all of me loves all of you. We're going to put that there. Okay, and then we're going to take and put thick thighs save lives. Let's put that one next. All right, right here. It's kind of hard to tell where my folds are because of the lines in the greeting card paper. for the cardstock that I chose to use. We're going to put that right there. And then we're going to put 2 more right there. And I'm going to place our card right at the top. Right there. All right. So that's how your little waterfall should be looking right now. All right. And then you're going to take this and you're going to stick it down in there. Just like that. And you're going to kind of measure like where you want this to kind of like fall. So we're going to put it about, you want to try to get it as centered as possible. And then we're going to take and we're going to glue the last card, or well, the first card. We're going to have it glued to this little strip right here. All right. And with that glued to that little strip, that's what's going to allow us to pull this little tab right here and pull down all the different sentiments. All right. So we're going to get our, we're going to use this one this time because this one seems to be a little bit more sturdier. And since it's going to get all that pulling, let me just, I want to see how much I need. All right, we're going to put it right here because we want that at the top. So let me see if I can get it about right there. All right, so we're going to put this right here. We're going to measure it, the width of our little greeting thing, our little pull tab. Oops, no, that's too long. That's probably too long too, Doris. But you're just going to put measure it about the size of that little pull tab. So I'm going to cut off that little excess right there. And then we're going to get one more and put it right there. Okay. And we're going to cut that. And we're going to use our little weeding tool to take that off. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, I had to cough, and I did not want to cough in your ear. Make sure that's stuck down good. You're just going to pull up to where the adhesive stays down. I don't think the adhesive is down on there. So I'm just going to apply a little pressure and then try it again. All right, let me see. No. Why when you get to the end, y'all, it always acts, something always goes wrong or acts crazy. Just why? Okay, there we go. It's always got to be something. Pull that over a little bit. There we go. All right, we're cooking with gas, y'all. Now, we want to have this to where just the top part here sticks to our double tape right there. Just that part. All right. Oh, shoot, y'all, I came down. I didn't come down far enough. Dang on it. Woo. saved, y'all. All right, so I want to make sure I get it centered so that it doesn't go over the top of the card. I had it all the way up here, y'all. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, so we're going to try this again. Just that. Okay. Y'all can tell I've been out the Cricut game for a minute. Once I got that DTF printer, I just went crazy. I went crazy once I got my DTF printer. I was like, DTF, 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 DTF. All right, let me see if I can get it right this time. It still seems like it's up too far. All right, let's see if that's it. If this ain't it, we tried. All right, y'all, here we go. All right, let's see the magic happen. I still think I could have came down a little bit further, but here we go. All right, so we got our first. Y'all, this is bothering me. Why does it keep going up too far? Maybe I need to pull it down a little bit more. Thank God this stuff hasn't glued yet. All right, let's see if I can get it this time. All right. That looks about right to me. But it's like, maybe it needs to be down like this right here. All right, y'all, hold on 1 second. All right, guys, so I want to make sure I got it right in the center. I think I kind of put my cards in the wrong direction, but we're gonna live with it. I think if I put it down like that, y'all, I'm gonna just go with it. All right, I'm just gonna go with it. I think I got it Cricut that time. Y'all, this glue must be old because this stuff is not, I shouldn't be able to pull it back up. All right, here we go. Let's see if it works. All right, so we're supposed to be able to pull this little pull tab, and it's supposed to show each one of our greetings. It worked, y'all. That is too freaking cute, y'all. You just pull this little thing right here, and each one of your sentiments will show. Aww. That's so freaking cute. Okay, so you can use a little piece of ribbon. I got some ribbon here, but I think mine is too wide. But you can use some ribbon and put it right here and use the ribbon to pull your so that it'll pull your thing, and then you can put whatever greeting you want to put in the middle. All right, so hopefully that made sense, guys. And if it doesn't, anything doesn't make sense, then chime in the comments. I'll do my best to help you. See, y'all, told y'all that glue was getting stuck to everything. But let me see if I can find a piece of ribbon right quick, even a little piece of red ribbon, so we can finish this off, because this is too cute, y'all. Hold on. All right, y'all, I found some white ribbon, and I got a little cord that we can put it in. So I don't know how long this needs to be, but you'll just take your little ribbon And put it in there like that. Let's kind of pull it till we get it about the same size or length, shall I say. Now, I already know once I tie it, it's not gonna be. All right. Let's see here. Trying to get my ribbon to stay going in this angle. Let's see if I tie it one more time. If that'll be the clincher. There we go. All right, we got it. We got it. We got it. All right, so let's take a look now. Let's see if it works. So we got a little ribbon. So that's the initial. Then we pull. Y'all, this is too cute. I had fun doing this. Y'all can see it was my first time. I will just say, take your time and you'll get it. Take your time and you'll get it. All right. And then you can take that and let's see if it'll fit in this envelope right here. Might have to get a little bit bigger one. There we go. All right, and then we'll fix that little ribbon in there, but it fit. That is too cute. All right, guys. This is what I wanted to tell y'all a quick little story before I go. I know this video was longer than probably what you anticipated. Hopefully you'll pause it, do a little bit at a time, and till you get it all done. If you do this, post it in the group and let me see what yours look like. Don't be afraid of the colors, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I did this project so that I can get those of you that have your Cricut cutting machines that you got for this Christmas and 10 Christmases ago to take them out of the box, okay? And go ahead and get started, all right? Don't be afraid of the cutting machine. You can master it. It's easy. It's really easy. Y'all saw that all we did was print out one sheet of paper with 4 designs on it, and then everything else was just basically following the cuts that needed to happen. All right. And the other thing I want to tell you is we buy so much stuff we forget what we have. Y'all, I have a double scoring wheel. So I could have put this in and used this instead of my scoring pen. And I have a single scoring pen too. Single scoring wheel. It's in there, trust me. But it's been a minute since I've been using my Cricut, but I have one. So that's what we mean by, find a particular craft that you like, hone in on it for a while. Don't go crazy because you see me do something and you see somebody else do something and you see somebody else 2 weeks later do something and you just start buying up a whole bunch of stuff, right? Focus in. If you got those Cricut cutting machines, guys, go ahead and hone in on those and what all it can do, because trust me, you are going to be amazed at all the different projects that you can do with that cutting machine, okay? So hone in on that first, all right? You can do t-shirts with the Cricut cutting machine. It cuts HTV vinyl, which you can put on a t-shirt, okay? But yeah, so I had a double scoring wheel all along. All I need to do was look in the drawer that my Cricut was sitting on. Duh, Doris. But anywho, that's it, guys. This card is too cute. I'm going to link everything in the description of this video tutorial. And I think the different patterns came along just fine, or came across just fine. All right. In the end, I was a little bit worried, because we had the lines, but I think the gold kind of gives it a little bit of a pop. And yeah, so go ahead and get your little
wheel, water wheel, waterfall together. All right, that's it, y'all. That's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You guys know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.